after the resurrection of Jesus and after the apostles had established that he was risen from the dead, then the question arose, who needs to hear this? Did they need to tell the people who had rejected Jesus? Indeed, was it even safe to tell them? And then somebody pointed out that Jesus spoke about his death being a new covenant, the promised covenant to the people. And so the people had to be told about it. What about the pagans then? They weren't part of this promise. Did they need to be told? And if somebody remembered then a line from the book of Genesis that God promised Abraham, in you all families of the nations shall be blessed. And how would they be blessed unless they heard about the resurrection of Jesus? After some time, Barnabas realized this project needs a boost, this idea of preaching to the pagans. And he decided, I know the very man for the job. And he headed off to Tarsus to look for Saul. And so the whole mission of the church got underway. To many people of the time, it looked like a crackpot project. This gang of people, uneducated, most of them, trying to convince the world that an executed criminal had risen from the dead and that was important for them. And over the centuries, at times that mission of the church was thriving. At other times, Christians were so busy fighting with each other, they hadn't time to engage in this mission of bringing the gospel to the world. And if we come down to our own time and we ask, what is the condition of the mission in the church at the present time? I think we would have to say that for the past 50 years or so, a lot of the energy has drained out of the mission of the church, this mission to bring the good news to the whole world. It has happened for various reasons, wrong thinking, bad ideas, but also people kind of refocused and they talked about the importance of peace and justice and human rights and equality and whatever you're having yourself. And as a result of that, the whole focus moved away from the primary purpose of the church, the primary purpose of the church's mission, which is to proclaim the death and resurrection of Jesus and to proclaim the joy and the hope that brings to every person, to every person's life, the meaning that it gives to every person's life. So today, when we are celebrating this feast, we try to refocus our attention, that each one of us is called to be part of the mission of the church. We don't have to go to Latin America or Asia or Africa. We have the pagans all around us. They're in our own homes, many cases. And we are called to be evangelizers, to bring the good news, to bring this hope and joy to our world today, a world that is desperately looking for a reason to have hope and to have joy.